What?
All right, we're gonna get started. Shalom, shalom, Yahabashim Ashbakathum, shalom, Yahashim Alatham Bashim Yashab. To all the brothers and sisters out there. All right, all blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. This is the ISUPK Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. Started out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander Jerry Hunter. Once again, we are not affiliated with any other Israelite group, right? We're not affiliated with any other ethnic group as well, right? If it doesn't come from the ISUPK, it's not the truth, right? And I'll repeat this one more time, right? ISUPK is the home of the truth. Under Commander Jerry Hunter, right? This is where the truth dwells, right? This is where we bring out the truth according to the Bible about our people, right? About who we are, about who the Most High is here for, man, right? Who the Most High is here, who to give love to, right? Who to give love to, right? Who to love and who to hate, right? Because who the Most High loves, we gonna love, and who the Most High hates, we gonna hate. But one thing we ain't gonna do, we ain't gonna abhor, no Edomite, right? We ain't gonna treat them the way they treat us, right? That vengeance is mine, said the Most High, right? One thing too that's coming up is Thanksgiving, right? Thanksgiving is coming up, I believe Thursday, right? And what's going on is that most people don't have a clear history about what Thanksgiving is really about, right? You don't understand what you celebrating, man. You don't understand what the history that comes with, Thanksgiving. Why did they call it Thanksgiving? Can anybody answer that? Why was it called Thanksgiving? What were they giving thanks to? Right? What are some things that Esau, right? The colonizers, right, were giving thanks for. What were they thankful for? I mean, there's plenty of things they were thankful for. I mean, look at what they did to the North American Indian, right? To the indigenous people, right? Look at what they did to our brothers, our sisters, right? Our children, man. Our children. Look at what they did to our children, man. Grab them by the ankles, slammed them against the tree. If they would slow down the line, right? Through to what they the Indian Removal Act, right? Look that up. Indian Removal Act that was led by I believe Thomas Andrew Jackson, Salakia. Andrew Jackson was the one who led that order, right? Who ordered the Indian Removal Act, right? Who pushed the issue to have that, happen to our people, man. And the things that was being the stories that were being brought out about that, what happened to our children, our mothers, our daughters, our fathers, what happened to our mothers, our fathers, what happened to our brothers, our sisters, man. Things that happen to our people, man, it's just sad. And I don't see why we would celebrate. What is there to give for? Right? They always show you that one picture of everybody coming around the table, giving thanks. You ever see that? The one where they're all coming around the table, trying to give thanks, come to, sharing food. You got the natives, and then you got the colonizers, right? You got them, and then it's like, everybody looks happy. Everybody looks like they're about to have what? A feast, right? But really, what are they doing, right? Really, what are they doing? For instance, if you go look this book, right? Look up this book called Tommy Orange. You can look it up right now if you want, right? It's called Tommy Orange. There, right? Tommy Orange, there, right? And it's you could go online, you'll see it too, right? But really, I'm just for for teaching purposes, I'm gonna bring out this one page where it brings out the truth about Thanksgiving, right? It says in 1637, anywhere from 400 to 700 Pequot were gathered for their annual green corn dance. Colonists surrounded the Pequot village, set it on fire, and shot any Pequot who tried to escape. The next day, the Massachusetts Bay Colony had a feast in celebration. Same thing that everybody's gonna be celebrating this Thursday. This was in 1637. If you just type in there, just put Pequot and put there, or put Pequot massacre and then put Tommy Orange. That's how I found it, right? And it should be a book, right? It should be a book. And from that page, I mean, the title is gonna say from the page there, right? I just went on Google, typed in Pequot massacre, and put Tommy Orange, who is the author of the book, right? So I go down, I go to it gives you little highlights, right? This highlights specifically says Thanksgiving like these happened everywhere whenever there were what we have to call successful massacres. And that's sad, man. That's sad, right? These Thanksgiving, that's what they call them. These Thanksgiving, right? And that's crazy that everybody everywhere is having these Thanksgivings. For what? For what? Right? Well, Parag, if you could look up the god who the god of Thanksgiving is, right? The right because really it's another worshiper, right? You worshiping another god as well. Just like when you pray for that ham, you worshiping who, right? Which we're gonna bring out later on, right? But hold that real quick, right? I'm gonna continue going right here, right? The next, right? The next day, the Massachusetts Bay Colony had a feast and celebration, and the governor declared it a day of Thanksgiving. Thanksgivings like these happened everywhere. Whenever there were what we have to call successful massacres. At one such celebration in Manhattan, people said to have celebrated by kicking the heads of Pequot people through the streets like soccer balls, right? Which is sad, man. That's what they did to our. And understand this, man. They not only did it to them, they did it to us too, right? That's how they. Do you understand what a picnic is? Do you understand what a picnic is? What the term picnic is? You understand? Like, do you understand what they did to the Tainos, right? To our brothers, the Mexicans, right? Do you understand what they did to our people? Like these celebrate like that's another thing, man. That separates, right? That frees us from this bondage, man. Right? That makes the ISUPK so different, man. That we don't just take in the gifts that comes from the world, right? We don't take up these gifts, man. You hear about Thanksgiving and automatically it's like a win for you. It's like a bonus for you, right? You see it as a gift, right? Not knowing that that gift is what destroys your heart, destroys your mind, destroys what the man's the spirit inside you, man, right? Destroys your spirit, man. but you'll rather take up that gift and what? And be a coward, man. You'd rather live like a coward, right? You'd rather live like a coward. And guess what? For living like a coward, you're going to die like one too, man. You're going to die like a coward. And everybody's going to remember you as a coward. The way you died, a filthy sinner, that's how everybody's going to remember you. Oh, you remember so-and-so? Yeah, I heard I heard he overdosed. Oh, yeah, I heard, he caught this disease for, messing around with this tranny. Oh, yeah, I heard, he got killed for sleeping with such and such girl. Oh, yeah, oh, I heard this, and that, It's just everybody going to be pulling out, so many stories for what you did, man. Because the life that you chose to live, man. The life that you chose to live, instead of living like a man of the Lord, right? Instead of living like a man of the Lord, a soldier of Christ, you rather decide to live like a filthy, disgusting bastard, man. A wicked, right? A traitor, a disloyal child, man. You rather go join with the enemy, right? And celebrate the murder of your brothers, man. And that, man, that is disgusting. Right? It shows you have no value, man. Which shows you have no value. And everybody should see that, man. Right? Only a real man would see that you have nothing to produce. You have nothing to give to your people, man. You have nothing to give to your people. Right? And we'll continue. Right? The first novel, Slovakia. Actually, we're gonna end it right there. I'm gonna jump down real quick, right? I'm gonna just end it right there. All right, Slack here. Now we're gonna jump into the scriptures, right? Let's get first let's get Psalms 137 and 8.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 137, verse 8.
So like start at verse 6.
The book of Psalms, chapter 137, and verse 6. If I do not remember thee, let my tongue cleave to the roof of my mouth. If I prefer not Jerusalem above my chief joy. Remember, O Lord, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it, even to the foundation thereof.
Keep going.
Verse 8. O daughter of Babylon, who art to be destroyed, happy shall he be that rewarded thee as thou hast served us.
Right. Happy shall he be, right? That rewarded thee as thou hast served us, right? How's Babylon, right? First of all, understand this. O daughter of Babylon, right? Daughter of Babylon, right? First of all, America is like what? Spiritually Babylon, right? Really, the daughter of Babylon, right? The what you would call, it's like it, you know what? But the daughter of Babylon, right? The spirit that comes from Babylon, America has Babylon has gave birth to America, right? America, the way America was built is the same way Babylon is built, man, right? And what did it say? What did King David say? Who are to be destroyed? Happy shall he be that rewarded thee as thou hast served us. Man, understand, man. Like for what you did to my forefathers, my mother, right? What you did to my people, man. Understand this, man. Don't ever forget. Right? Don't ever forget. You ever hear that? You ever hear you I know everybody's been told, man, slavery's in the past. You gotta let that in the past, man. How we gonna grow? Understand this, man. You can never grow with your enemy. You believe that? You believe you can grow with your enemy? Show me show me one event in history where we have grown. Ask the Native Americans, have they grown? How many trees have they brought together, and how many have they kept? Right? Can we grow with the so-called white man? Hell no, man. We cannot grow. Therefore, we should separate ourselves from our oppressor. Separate ourselves. Stop taking in these gifts. I know everybody going look. It's like two slaps in the face in 1 week, right? First, what they gonna give you is the murder of your brothers and sisters, the indigenous people. Second, they're gonna give you Black Friday. Who knows about Black Friday? Who knows about slavery?
Right.
Right? Go ahead, Parag.
Salaki, on the calendar now, the day after Thanksgiving, that Friday is now called Native American People Day. Or no, it's called Native. Let me see. Salaki.
Wow.
It's called Native.
Wow.
It's on my calendar right
I
here.
gotta be the
It
lowest.
says
Wow.
Native American Heritage Day. November
Native.
26th.
Oh my
Wow.
God,
It's
that's
like,
wicked. That's wicked as fuck, man. It's lucky.
man, look, man. Sheesh. And look,
The day after that grand killing, and I'm saying they gonna give you that heritage. Like, that's your heritage.
and you know what? I believe they're telling children these things. You know how they say, you know how they're teaching you without you even going to school? Like, imagine what they teach your children at school. Right? Pride just brought this out from his phone. His calendar is telling him this is a what? Indigenous what?
Native American Heritage Day.
Native American Heritage Day. What's next, man? What's next? Right? That is so Christian, right? That is so Christian to celebrate the murder of your brother in a feast. In a feast, you gonna sit around the table, give thanks for vain things, right? Give a pray to a vain God, right? God that cannot save you, right? And then you gon' man, and then you just it's like a slap, it's like you spitting on the grave of your brothers, man. That's what you doing, man. And that's what Christians do every day, man. Look, I know every Christian, right? Every Christian on Thanksgiving is gonna cut up that ham. Is gonna, cook it, season it, whatever, right? Everybody's gonna, everything on that table is gonna have to have ham. Everything, right? Pig's feet, ham, this and that, that salad, but it has to have ham. Everything, right? And it's just like you just having a feast on the death of your brothers, and this is what it was said. What? That celebrations like these happened every single time there was what we call a successful massacre. Man. Didn't they just let what's his face out? I know that they're celebrating at home, right? That one Edomite kid, right? That was carrying a Rittenhouse or whatever his name is. I don't even know.
Written something.
Man, he's gonna be celebrating for a successful massacre.
The general said he brought it out yesterday. He said in that trial or not that trial, but the Ahmaud Arbery trial, they said the brother had dirty feet. You seen that? I mean, a little bit off topic we're talking about, but it relates to it. That brother Ahmaud Arbery, the one that was hunted down and killed, the prosecutor or the defendant, the defensive team rather, they came out and said
that's the brother that was jogging, right?
Jogging,
and
came out and said he had dirty feet, like he was walking, he's running around his dirty feet, like trying to say, like he's a dirty ass nigga. You know what I mean, like, yeah.
Oh, man. Look, I was watching a movie too. I forget the name of it. I believe it's called Only Justice, right? With what's that brother's name? The one that plays Django.
Jamie Foxx.
Jamie Foxx and another brother, the one that plays Creed.
You talking about? I can't recall him.
But anyways, that brother right there, the one, that brother, right, man, that's a good movie, man. What the movie was about was the brother that plays Creed. Basically, he was a lawyer who, long story short, he was helping brothers in Alabama get off of death row. And there was this one brother who Jamie Foxx was playing, right? I forget his name. But what happened was that I believe it's called Only Justice. It has justice in there. I forget. I don't know if it's Only Justice or Justice or I believe it's Only Justice. I believe that's what it is, right? And what happened was that there's three brothers that were in there, right? That were on death row with, go ahead.
Just Mercy.
Just Mercy. That's what it's called.
Just Mercy.
Right. Just Mercy. Salaki on that. Right. Just Mercy. That's a good movie. If y'all want to ever watch that, I recommend that movie. Right. But anyways, there's this one brother where they said that, and it says they first he was telling his story. One of them, he didn't even commit, whatever crime they were trying to put on him, right? But the officer said, "Well, I guess you're gonna have to take one for your team," right? That's one of the quotes. Second one was, "Yeah, he looks like he murdered. He looks like basically saying, I forget what specifically what they said. What they were trying to say was he looks like he committed the crime. He just looks like he's a murderer, right? And the thing is that they look at us all the same. They look at us all the same. Black, right? Hispanic, Native. They look at us, all of us, just the same, man. The natives, they think natives are nothing but drunks, right? The Mexicans, they think we are what Donald Trump said, drug dealers, rapists, right? And blacks, they look at us like we nothing but what? Hoodlums, thugs, thieves, right? Like,
to be feared and shit.
Yeah, to be feared, always aggressive, right? That's why cops get what they call in fear for their life, right? And that's like, man, they look at us all the same, man. And for you to join and you try to, like, the thing is that like a coward, like that's what a coward does, right? It's like you want to make them feel like, make the oppressor feel like, nah, you not like that. You want to teach them, right? We went to a powwow not too long ago, and it's like there's this one sister said that it's like we have to teach them. Teach them what? What is that? What is it that we need to teach them? To have mercy on us? We have to wave a flag every single time they come around us?
Right.
Like we give up. Like we have to be on our knees. We have to be so polite. Sir, but please, but sir, but look, sir, ma'am, look. Be so apologetic, even though it's not our fault for what's being done to us. It's their fault. You understand what I'm saying? Like, Slagi, keep going, Prod.
Verse 9, Psalm 137 and verse 9. Happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stones.
Dasheth thy little ones against thy stones, man. Look, that's right. A Christian will never understand this. He will never understand this. Why? Because they believe what? Give me First Maccabees 11 and 1, right? That's what they believe, right? I believe is it 1 and 11 or is it 11 and 1? Like
You talking about the wicked man?
Yeah, the wicked men, right? Because that's what they want. They want to fear. It's like they want to feel safe, right? A coward. This is what a coward thinks. A coward thinks of survival. That's what a coward thinks of. Survival. You understand what I'm saying? Like he believes in saving his own life rather than saving the people. You understand what I'm saying? Like that's Christianity for you in a nutshell. Christianity believes in saving their own life rather than helping out the people. Right? Go ahead.
This is the book of First Maccabees, chapter 1 and verse 11. In those days went there out of Israel wicked men who persuaded many, saying, let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us.
Right. There went a wicked man, right? Wicked men, right? That persuaded many, right? And these wicked men were our own people, man. Your religious leaders, right? Your religious leaders. Your Jesse Jackson, your Al Sharpton, your religious leaders, right? The people you look up to for guidance, right? Some of you call it what? Spiritual guidance, right? What you look up to them for guidance, right? Because they carry the name of what? They think that they carry the name of God, right? Christians or whatever, right? But really, these are cowards, right? These are cowards. Read that again from the top.
In those days went there out of Israel wicked men who persuaded many, saying, let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us.
Make a what?
A covenant with the heathen that are round about us.
Man, look, man. That's a wicked thing to do, man. To make a covenant, make promises with the heathen, right? Make promises with these other nations, man. America cannot save you, all right? Understand that. Understand that. America will never save you. Why? I mean, look at what they look at who would they rather save? Right? They'll rather save Amber Geiger, Rittenhouse, whatever his name is. They'll rather save, their own people. Why won't you do the same, man? Why won't you do the same? Why won't you help your own people out instead of being like GMS and going over Ghana, trying to tell them about the scriptures about who the Most High is here for, man? Trying to give, it's like, man, it's like, go ahead.
Kyle Rittenhouse. Kyle Rittenhouse.
Cal, right? Cal. It's like that's a Kyle. It's like that's a straight up white man name. Kyle. Like Kyle. It's like y'all have to sound. It's a like Kyle. It's a like it. Right? Kyle Rittenhouse. Man, that Slacky, right?
Oh, Slacky, it was in Illinois that he shot somebody? Or was it
Kenosha, I don't know what state. Kenosha is the city.
So he's from Illinois, but he shot someone in Kenosha. So I mean, he traveled across state lines.
He did travel across state lines.
Kenosha is in Wisconsin, huh?
Yeah.
You can't travel across state lines with your gun.
Nah, and he was 17 at the time.
And kill someone with an AR-15 and get off on it?
And you know what's crazy? I was actually
I didn't, yeah, it just says right here it's from Illinois. Yeah, that's crazy. It's not good.
I forget what it was called. There's these one brothers, right? They trialed them. They put them in trial. It was young brothers, right? But they trialed them as an adult. Central Park 5 is part. Well, actually, Central Park 5, right? They trialed those brothers, and they did not commit the crime. They really did not commit the crime, but because it was against one of their own, they're gonna treat it like it's it's a serious thing. But when it comes to us, it's like, nah, you know what? It's no big deal. You know what? You actually did us a favor. You did a what? A successful massacre. That's what you did. Right. So for that, you know what? Go home. You get to go home and give thanks. Right? Give thanks. Right? And as we all as they are gonna do the same thing. They're gonna do the same thing. They're gonna give thanks for what Kyle did. Right?
Right.
Give me Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse, I believe, 26. Right? It's like verse 2. Verse 2. Yeah. 7 and 2.
It's the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7 and verse 2. It is better to go to the house of mourning.
The house of what?
Of mourning.
The house of what?
Of mourning.
Man, understand this, man. That's the day of mourning, man. Thanksgiving, that's a day of mourning. Right? Mourning for the lost souls of your brothers, man. Warriors died on that day. Right? Go ahead.
Than to go to the house of feasting.
The house of feasting, man. Rather than celebrate this wicked holiday, it's better to go. It's better to mourn for your brothers rather than feast in honor of their death.
No.
That's man. Keep going.
For that is the end of all men. Verse 3. Sorrow is better than laughter.
Right. Sorrow is better than laughter. Go ahead.
For by the sadness of the countenance, the heart is made better.
The heart is made better, right? It's like you drop that. Give me, or it's like give me what you had, right? What I asked for.
So you talking about the Thanksgiving God?
Con.
So it's a couple. So like which one? Which
Sure.
one is specific?
Whichever one you have right now.
Okay.
Con, this is like look, brother said there's plenty of gods that you're gonna be celebrating, right? Just like Thanksgiving, just like Christmas, and as well as New Year's, right? Like December is like you celebrate so many gods. Go ahead.
So one of them is Amalthea, which is a goat, and that's where they get the cornucopia from that they use for Thanksgiving.
Right. That one thing that I mean, you remember from when you go to in at school, you'll be coloring all that, right? Go ahead.
So yeah, that's one, and then there's another one that's associated with Thanksgiving called Demeter. It's a goddess named Demeter, which is the goddess of harvest, which is where they got thoughtcode.com, and where a lot of people get the Thanksgiving from.
Right, that goddess of harvest, right? Because that's the day where you're gonna harvest all your crops, right? Everything that you're gonna eat, right? Everything that you're gonna eat, and that's another God and that's really what you're praying to, right? The God of harvest. Thankful for what? For this food, right? For this harvest, right? For this food, for this ham. I'm thankful for my family. I'm thankful for this and all that, right? You're gonna be thankful for so many things, but really at the end of the day, the Most High is not hearing your prayers. Who's hearing your prayers? That goddess, right? That goddess. That's really the God that you praying to, right? You're not praying to the Most High God of this Bible, Most High God of what? Israel, right? Because the Most High is for us only, man. You better remember that, right? Always keep that near, right? Always keep that in your head. That the Most High is the God of Israel, none else, right? None else, right? Who did he lead? Who did he guide out of Egypt, right? Did he guide the Egyptians, everybody else? I don't know, man. He guided the Israelites out of Egypt, right? What happened to the Egyptians? They all got swallowed up, right? Same thing, man. Same thing that's gonna happen here, man. The Most High is gonna take us out of this is going to lead us out of this out of America, man. He's going to save us from the destruction that's coming to America, man. Right? Just like that destruction that was coming to Egypt, man. And it's the same thing that you seen in the same thing that you read in Egypt is happening to America right now. Isn't that right? Like, you seeing all the pestilence. There's a shortage on so many other things. Gas prices are going up. You're hearing about wars and rumors of wars. America over here trying to, keep the peace with China. Ain't no peace, man. Understand that there ain't no peace. There's not gonna be no peace, man. All right. Give me we're gonna drop that. Now we're gonna get into something else. All right. Give me Ezekiel chapter 33. Verse. Let me get there with you. Ezekiel chapter 33, verse 11.
Oh God. It's the book of Ezekiel chapter 33 and verse 11. Say unto them, as I live, saith the Most High Power, I have no pleasure in the death of the wicked, but that the wicked turn away, turn from his way and live.
Right, then turn from his way and live, man. Right. Saith unto them, say unto them, as I live, saith the Lord God, I have no pleasure in the death of the wicked. Right. Look, the Most High doesn't want to kill you, man. Right. That's not where his pleasure is. Right. Just like how you hear all these fake Israelite groups, right? Especially GMS, man. GMS is famous for IUIC is very famous for saying this, right? You two-thirds, right? You 2/3, man. You guys are gonna die. Boom, boom. Basically, rebuking, trying to, with everything in his heart, he trying to, tell you that you are the 2/3, right? That you are the 2/3. You're the 2/3. You need to repent. You need to repent, right? Right, but what does the Most High say? I have no pleasure in the death of the wicked, right? The Most High doesn't want you to die, man. He doesn't want you to die. But what? But that the wicked turn from his way and live, right? That you turn away, that you turn from that life that you're living in. Stop celebrating Thanksgiving, man. Stop celebrating Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's Eve, right? Stop celebrating all these holidays, man. Stop taking that gift that destroyed the heart, man. And remember who you are, man. Gather yourselves together, O nation not desired, man. We the not desired. Why you taking up the customs of the oppressor, man? Why? Why are you trying to join with your oppressor? Why are you envy of the oppressor of what he has? You should be glad you're the chosen, right? You're the chosen children, right? Of the Most High, man. You're God's chosen people.
Right.
Like what greater title can there be? Right? What greater title can there be, man? That's why I love Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 4, verse 6, man. Right? What great nation is there what nation is there so great that has the Most High so nigh unto thee? Right? Who we call upon all things. Right? We call upon the Most High for everything. Right? And guess what, man? Whoever has the Most High next to them, whoever is a friend of the Most High, man, the Most High will fight for you, man. And not only that, but you will fear nothing. What do you have to fear? What do you have to fear? What is troubling you? What are you suffering that the Most High can't help you get out of? You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Like you can get out of every situation if you call upon the Most High. if you join the ISUPK,
That's right.
if you fall if you take up the orders that Commander General Yohana has put upon us, right? If you serve the Most High, man, if you serve Christ, if you a follower of Christ, man. But guess what? If you're not following Christ, it's like if you're not in here, then you're not following Christ, man. If you're not in here, in these seats, in these doors, if you're not listening to the man of the Lord in the ISUPK under Commander General Yohana, guess what? You're not serving Christ. It might be hard for a couple of you Christians out there, man, who got so much pride, right? You got too much pride. For you, it's too hard for you to listen to another man, right? Because you rather listen to a woman. You'd rather listen to your mother. You'd rather listen to your wife, right? You'd rather listen to those disobedient children, man. Those disobedient children, and then guess what? Every Christmas they have to have, gifts. Why? Because if you don't, man, your woman's gonna call you all types of names, man. Right? But guess what? In here, we don't serve no man, no woman, right? We serve the Most High, right? We serve the Most High. That's why we ain't got nothing else to fear with. It ain't nothing else to fear, man. Right? Keep going.
Okay. Turn ye from your evil ways. For why will ye die, O house of Israel?
Oh, house of Israel, right? Skip down to verse 13.
Verse 13. When I shall say to the righteous that he shall surely live, if he trusts to his own righteousness and committeth iniquity, all his righteousnesses shall not be remembered.
Right. If he trusts in his own righteousness, right? If you think you know something, right? If you think you've done enough work to what? To slip? If you done enough work, or if you done so much work, right, to the point where you think you can what? Leave this school? Right? Man. What did it say? All his righteousness shall not be remembered. Right? You come in iniquity, right? You leave the school, you do whatever you want to do, right? Guess what? Everything that you did, ain't nobody gonna remember, right? Ain't nobody gonna be talking about you, first of all, right? Ain't nobody gonna be talking about you. Ain't nobody gonna be, calling you up. Ain't nobody gonna be, behind your ass. You not here. It clearly shows you don't want our help, right? It clearly shows, right? You don't want to be with us. Guess what? You're gonna commit iniquity once you leave, man. Understand that you're gonna sin against the Most High once you leave. And guess what? All your righteousness shall not be remembered, right? Go ahead.
Okay. But for his iniquity that he hath committed, he shall die for it.
Right, but he shall die for that. He shall die. Right? What's that one pastor that molested all them children and then died? Eddie Long, right? Eddie Long, right? Everybody said, everybody was talking so much, so like they had so much love for Eddie Long, but then at the end of all that, it's like you gotta see, like death has to come to that wicked man in order for your eyes to be open, man. How many more deaths have to come, man? Don't let your children be part of it, right? Don't let your children be a part of that plague, right? Because that's all that's outside of these doors, man, is a plague. That plague can come to you, right? That plague can come to you, but guess what? Once you serve in the Most High the right way, right? Once you in these doors, once you serve in the Most High the right way, right? Then guess what? That plague won't come nigh unto thee, right? Nor any pestilence, right? Nor the arrow that fleeth from thee, right? There ain't nothing in anything that you see as danger, Nothing can touch you with the Most High without the Most High allowing it. The Most High, if the Most High allowed it to happen, don't ask why. Understand that. Don't ask why it happened, right? Don't ask why me, Lord, why me, right? Even though, like you say, you done all these great things, man. I remember all these brothers that were in the world and talk about how good of a person they are, right? How good of a person they are. You know how they believe in karma. They pray, or they donate, or they do all this things, right? Everything that they think that is good. But at the end of the day, what are they doing at night? They're gonna be rolling up a blunt, right? At the end of the day, they still gay, right? They still homosexual, right? They still love homosexuals, right? At the end of the day, they still infested with their lust, right? But guess what? You not serving the Most High the right way. That's one thing you got to see, right? That's one thing you got to see, right? If you not serving the Most High, then guess what? You're going to die in that iniquity, and everybody around you is going to remember you by that. Nobody's going to remember you by as a father. That title of a father is going to be stripped from you, right? That title of an honorable man is going to be stripped from you. Why? Because you decided to be a drug addict. Because you decided to be a whore. Because you decided to be a drug dealer, right? You decided to destroy your people. So guess what? That's the only thing that's gonna come out of people's mouth, right? Look at R. Kelly. Everybody was talking about how great of an artist he was, right? But then what happened? Everybody knows about the things he did to these children, right? Now that's all that anybody ever talks about. Now you a joke. Now you a punchline. That's what you are. You like a punchline. You like the headline of every article. That's all people know you for, because of what you did. Nobody's gonna recognize your righteousness, right? Skip down to verse 16.
The book of Ezekiel chapter 33, verse 16. None of his sins that he hath committed shall be mentioned unto him. He hath done that which is lawful and right. He shall surely live.
Right.
Yet the children of thy people say, the way of the Lord is not equal. But as for them, their way is not equal.
Right. None of his sins that he hath committed shall be mentioned to him. He hath done that which is lawful and right. Meaning what? Meaning you change your ways, man. You change your ways. Guess what? None of those things that you were done, so like that you did, shall be mentioned. Right? All those things that you did in the world, once you come in here, ain't nobody gonna be talking about that, man. Nobody's gonna be talking about it. And as a matter of fact, brother's gonna be helping you get out of that world, man. Brother's gonna be helping you get out of that world. You ain't trying to live the world that you lived before, man. So what are you trying to do? You trying to escape that death, man. Escape that world, right? And brothers in here, man, I'm telling you, brothers in here are so brotherly. They gonna help you get through that, right? Because guess what? We all been there, right? Nobody in this room has I know for a fact, like, brothers weren't born in the truth. It's like there's brothers that were born in the truth, right? But as for me, I can say for myself, right? I wasn't born in the truth. I mean, look at all the my family, right? And anybody that I would talk to about this truth, is like they would laugh, and they would look at me like I'm a nuthead for thinking, what I think, right? For even thinking about us blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans ruling the world. You look like you sound like a cult. You sound like you sound crazy to them, right? but the Christian church is molesting all these children, and they still go there and donate there, right? And give half of their paycheck, which is more than 10%, right? But that's not a cult, right? Sucking, the Jewish, right? The Jewish suck the penis out of the babies, right? The foreskin of the babies or whatever, right? And they're not a cult.
Right.
And then not only that, but he infected all those babies with everything that he was doing to them, right? So every child that he it just sounds wrong, man, but that's what they do, right? I'm not making this up. It's just the truth. This is what they do, right? Jehovah's Witness, right? It's like I got an article on them too, right? And all these Mormons as well, right? These they all have, something in the work of, right? They all do something that should be called a cult, but yet everybody looks at them as, the house of God, right? Everybody, y'all see what, all these other Israelite groups do, but y'all see them like the house of God, but yet you still come to us for guidance and help.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Like they still look for us for that, that help. I'm to the water, right? Let's drop that. Let's get let's get Proverbs 16 verse 30, or actually let's get Luke 11:23.
The book of Luke, chapter 11 and verse 23. He that is not with me is against me.
He that is what?
He that is not with me is against me.
Right. If you're not in here, man, like I said, if you're not saying the same thing, right? Matter of fact, if you're not even in here, right, you're not gonna say the same thing regardless, right? You're not gonna say how Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are God's chosen people. You not. Why? Because you're gonna go out and teach that everybody can be saved, right? So he that is not with me is what?
Is against me.
Is against me. Who's this speaking?
This is Christ.
This is Christ speaking, right? If you're not saying the same thing that Christ is saying, guess what? You against him, right? If first of all, I don't even know how in today's time, with everything that is being brought out, how long this truth has been living, people still have that Caesar Borgia in their living room, right? In their background, in the the background of every phone, right? Have it tatted, right? Have a mural of them, right? How are people still trying to get this tatted on them? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like we've been out for so long. We out here trying to teach our people, and I believe that's why they get so mad, because they have a tat of Caesar Borgia, and it's like we tell them that no, Christ is black. He's a black man, and we bring out the proof, and it's like, man, like it gets them frustrated because they already committed some, they stupid enough to get that, their oppressor on them, right? Tatted on them.
Right.
Like you must feel dumb. You must feel stupid, which really that's the right feeling to have. But what's the next thing that you should do? Change.
Right.
That's the next thing that you should do is change, man. Right? What did Christ say? He that is not with me is against me. And what?
And he that gathereth not with me scattereth.
Right. If you don't come into into the ISUPK under Commander Jerry Hunter, guess what you're doing, man? You scattering. That's what you're doing.
Right.
You dividing the people. You separating us from the Most High and from each other, man, and from each other. You telling us to what? Gather ourselves with who? With the enemy, right? To look for what? To make covenants with the heathens that are round about. That's what you asking us to do.
Right.
You asking us to go out and vote? Man, you telling us things that aren't even helping us, man. You are what? You are scattering us. And when you scatter the Lord's people, what do? You make them a prey. It's like you make them meat to every beast of the field, to every prey. You make us vulnerable to all these other nations. Now they can come in and devour us.
Right.
Not only that, but they can come in and say what they want to say about the Mexicans. They can say whatever they want to say about the blacks. They can say whatever they want to say about the indigenous people. They can come in and humiliate us.
Right.
Make us look dumb. Make us look stupid. These are your leaders. This is what they've given them. This is the ammunition that they give to them. The power to humiliate us. The power to not receive any justice.
Right.
That's what they do to you. Right? That's the only thing they will guarantee you is a fall. That's all they give you, man. A stumbling block. Right? Keep going.
Okay. Verse 24. When the unclean spirit is gone out of a man, he walketh through dry places, seeking rest, and finding none. He said, I will return unto my house whence I came out.
Right.
And when he cometh, he findeth it swept and garnished.
Right. Verse 24 says, when the unclean spirit is gone out of a man, right? When that demon leaves, understand, man, that demon is gone, right? Right. That's the first thing you got to understand, right? He walketh through dry places, seeking rest. When that demon leaves, he's looking for a place to rest, right? He's looking for a place to rest, right? And who does he find when he leaves? He finds no one, right? No one. Why? Because we out here doing the will of the Most High, right? But guess what? Then he says, I will return into my own house, into my house whence I came from. Then he's going to come back and check on you again, right? So it's like, this is one of those scriptures where it's that scripture where you fighting that old man, right? You fighting that old man. This is one of them scriptures, right? You fighting your old man, you trying to bury that man, right? This is gonna happen, right? And when he cometh, right? Read verse 25.
Verse 25. And when he cometh, he findeth it swept and garnished.
Right. Keep going.
Then goeth he and taketh to him 7 other spirits more wicked than himself.
Right. It said he cometh and he findeth swept and garnished. Why is it swept and garnished? Because you over here doing the right thing. But guess what? Just like that, just like what we read, right? You feel like you done so much, so many righteousness, right? You feel like you done so much work in the truth. You feel like you done so much good, right? You think you're doing good until what? Until that demon comes and visits you. And what do? You allow him in, right? You allow him in. If you give a place for him to stay, guess what? Once he left, what's gonna happen? 7 more spirits, more wicked than himself, right? You thought you only had one demon, right? You thought you were only battling with one demon when you came into the truth. You leave the truth. Now what you gonna do? you're gonna battle with so many more problems. And what are you gonna tell yourself? Why me? You can't say that. You have no right to say that, because you know what comes when you serve the Most High. You know what comes when you know what comes with being a soldier of Christ, right? Ain't nothing gonna be unsaid when you come in here, man. Right? There's no questions that you cannot get answered in here. You're gonna get the help. Not only that, but you're gonna get the call. You're gonna get the trumpet. We're gonna tell you, we're gonna warn you about the trouble that's gonna come. Right? That's our job, right? That's our job. That's the job of every prophet. That's the job of every priest, every leader, right? That's his job, to tell you and to warn you about what's gonna come, right? Keep going.
And they enter in and dwell there. And the last state of that man is worse than the first.
Right, and the last state of that man is worse than the first, right? That demon that you had, it's gonna be even harder to escape from all those other demons, right? To fight all them other demons, right? It's gonna be even worse. You think you gonna Khan, Sean triple thug. Khan, it's gonna be a lot harder. It's gonna be a lot worse. You're gonna be struggling. You're gonna be fighting, right? You're gonna be fighting so many other demons. It's gonna be, you're gonna be sweating, right? You're gonna feel like it's a never-ending battle. Why? Because you are giving a place for those demons to dwell. You're not fighting. You comfortable with your demon, right? You comfortable with them. Some of you women, right? You'll feel comfortable with that demon, right? You'll feel comfortable fighting with your man. You feel like that's real love. Why? Because that's what you were raised up with, right? Is seeing your mother and your father fight, right? Seeing your mother and your father fight. Now all your relationships, you feel like they have to be like that, right? That your mother has to bark on at your father's head every time. Now you feel like you got to do the same thing too. That's a bad thing, man. That's a horrible thing to do, man. You like a serpent, a poisonous serpent. That's what you are. You're like a dragon. You're a dragon in your own home, and your children watching you, right? Now you're gonna teach your children something, right? You're gonna teach your children how to destroy their own house, right? Why? Because you comfortable with that demon. Why don't you fight that demon, man? Fight that demon, right? We're gonna get the book of Proverbs, chapter 16, verse 32, right? Book of Proverbs, chapter 16. Verse 32, it says, he that is slow to anger is better than the mighty. He that ruleth his spirit than he that taketh a city, right? He that's slow to anger. What does that mean, right? If anybody in the chat can answer that, right? What does it mean to slow to anger, right? If you slow to anger, what does that mean, right? You're not a hothead, right? Brother tells you something, you don't react to it, right? That's the problem, right? You don't know how to have a conversation. You don't know how to deal with things, right? You don't know how to talk about what just happened, right? Instead of jumping to conclusion, right? Instead of jumping into what you think the brother is talking about, why don't you ask the brother, hey, what do you mean by that? Brothers don't have patience with each other no more, man. Brothers don't have patience with each other, right? He that is slow to anger is better than the mighty, and he that ruleth his spirit than he that taketh a city, right? If you too emotional, man, you not you can't go to war with us, right? You can't go to war with us. You can't go to camp with us, right? You can't. It's just something you gonna put us in danger. I'll just put it like that. You'll put us in danger. Why? Because you emotional. You emotional. Not only that, but if you're emotional, guess what else can happen, right? You emotional. Guess what else can happen? You can get out of hand, and guess what? You can fall into what? Into some drug addiction, right? You're emotional. You can fall into some drug addiction, trying to escape the world, right? And trying to escape what? Reality. You're trying to escape reality. What you mean? We trying what reality you're trying to escape, man? You gotta fight through it. You understand that? You gotta fight that demon, right? You gotta live reality. In here, we live reality, man. You can't escape reality, man. You want to escape reality, you're gonna be a slave, man. You're gonna be a slave to that drug. You're gonna be a slave for my language, but you're gonna be a bitch to that drug, man. And that drug, what in Spanish we say or slag. I think they say it in English too, right? I believe so. I think I heard it in the song, but English they in the world they say something like, drugs don't use me, I use drugs, right? Or las drogas no me usan a mí, yo uso las drogas, right? Like it's like you really trying to convince yourself that this it doesn't have me addicted. I'm just using this drug to escape. That's really what you're telling yourself. Escape what? Escape reality. Escape the what? The trauma. Escape trauma, the troubles. You trying to escape difficulties, stress. Stress. You stressed out? All right, look, I'm telling you, every brother in here is stressed about something, right? Every brother in here is stressed about something. But yet, we come in here and we do the work of the Lord, right? And we out here, we say we help you out, right? And we don't fuss about it, right? We're not we got to do it again. I got to go pick him up. Damn, man. You emotional? You emotional. You stressed out? You need some time for yourself? You feel like you what? You got to escape? You feel like you need a relaxer? You feel like you need a what? You need a prostitute next to you, right? You feel like you need to go to the strip club. You feel like you need to do something stupid, right? Something stupid to get away from this from reality. I fight. It's like I fight that demon, man. Fight that demon, right? Fight that demon, man. Because understand this, man. You give in to that demon, you're gonna get 7 demons more greater than that. You're not just gonna fight that addiction. You're gonna fight your troubles, your everything that you've grown up, right? Everything that you were built, right? Everything that you were trying to escape, right? All that trauma from a child, you having problems from when you were a child. Now you got, man, to give into that demon, man, that shit ain't gonna help you, man. Leaving the ISUPK is not gonna help you. Joining another a religion right? Joining, or listening to your mother, about come to my church, maybe you'll like the music over here, type thing, right? That's not gonna help you, man. None of that's gonna help you, right? But guess what? Serving the Most High in the ISUPK and the Commander in Hana, right? So I get serving the Most High under Christ, under Commander in Hana and the ISUPK. Guess what? You will, right? You will. You can fight those demons, man, with the brotherhood that we have in here, man. Brothers can help you out, man. The thing is that you got to reach out to them. The thing is, you got to be here. You can't be out there. If you outside, how can we know, right? If you outside, how can you get help? You can't get help outside, man. You see how the world treats a brother? And then you come in, and then you come inside these doors, and you'll see how a brother treats a stranger, man. But you go outside and you see how a family treats you. You understand what I'm saying? You see the difference? You see the difference between how we treat a stranger in here, more of a family, than how a family treats one of his own brothers, his own sisters, his own members, his own flesh and blood. Guess what, man? That's the difference between us and the world, man. The brothers in here have mercy, right? The brothers in here have mercy. But guess what? Your Christian mother, she don't gonna show you no mercy. She gonna talk behind your back as soon as you leave that door, right? She gonna talk behind your back as soon as you leave that door. She gonna talk about how what you believe in, what you doing, what you talk about. She gonna talk about all that, right? But guess what? In here, ain't nobody gonna talk about you like that. Ain't no brother in here gonna talk about you like that, right? Let's get give me a second. Give me a second. All right, give me Matthew's 5:43, I believe. Count 43.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 5, verse 43. Ye have heard that it has been said, thou shalt love thy neighbor and hate thine enemy.
Right.
But I say unto you, love your enemies, bless them that curse you,
Right.
do good to them that hate you.
Right. Who are our enemies? Right. As soon as you leave out these doors, man, understand this: you are enemy to us. Right. As soon as you leave these doors, you are enemy. Right. As soon as you go join, right, another, as soon as you leave, you become an enemy, right, to us. Why? Because what we just read, what did Christ say? He that is not with me is what? Against me, right? He that is not with me is against me. And he that not gather with me scattereth abroad, right? Keep going.
Do good to them that hate you.
Right, do good to them that hate you, right? This is a brotherhood, a brother scripture, right?
And pray for them which despitefully use you and persecute you.
Right. But I say unto you, love your enemies, bless them that curse you, right? Brother calls you, right? A brother calls us, we don't just hang up on him. Right? A brother calls us, we answer that phone. Right? A brother that just left calls us, oh, hey, we're not like, oh, you who is this? Oh no, I can't talk to you. Oh no, I can't talk to you, right? If he calls you, guess what? If he calls us, guess what? We gonna answer that phone, right? We gonna answer them. Not only that, but we gonna help him, right? He gonna call with some trouble, with some problems. We gonna help him, and then he's gonna get into some more trouble, right? But guess what? If he calls us, guess what? It's not about oh, you left, oh, you this and that, you son of a, no, none of that, man. That's the difference, man. We have we have a title to carry in here, man. And we serve Christ, man. And what did Christ tell us? Keep going.
That ye may be the children of your Father which is in heaven. For he maketh his sun to rise on the evil and on the good, and sendeth rain on the just and on the unjust.
Salaki, where you at?
Verse 45.
Keep going.
Verse 46. If ye love them which love you, what reward have ye? Do not even the publicans the same?
Right.
And if ye salute your brethren only, what do ye more than others? Do not even the publicans so?
Right. You look. You can't just say you're not gonna salute that brother, because you salute enemies every day. You go out. You gotta talk to your boss. You gotta talk to you got to talk to you got to talk to some wicked man, right? You can't just say you're not gonna talk to a brother that just left. Now if he talks bad about the school, you gonna address him. You gonna check him, right? Talk about, oh yeah, man, I can't believe I just had to leave that cult. What cult? You talking about the code that saved, helped you out, helped your family out?
Right.
You talking about that code that paid the light, that kept the lights in your house on? You talking about the code that fed your family? That you're talking about the code. You must be talking about the code that drove you from your house to work and from your work to your house with no hesitation, man. You must be talking about that code, right? Understand this, man. The ISUPK is the most brotherly, right? The most, merciful, right? The most, man, outstanding brotherhood that we carry, and sisterhood that we carry in here, man. But understand this, man. We're not gonna be no suckers just because you were part of us one time, right? If you leave, you leave. Lord be with you once you leave, right? We pray that you find your way back home, right? We pray for that. We will pray for you, but don't talk about us, right? Once you leave, right? Don't talk about how how you had how bad it was, or this and that. Don't shame the school, man, because understand this: death will come to you. Like Christ said in Luke 11, right? He that is not with me is against me. Right? If you against Christ, guess what? You against the Most High, man. You against the Most High. If you against Christ, then guess what? You against the Most High. If you against the ISUPK, if you against Commander Jerry Hunter, you against Christ. You against Christ. And guess what, man? Lord be with you in that day. All I could pray is mercy for you, man. Mercy. Because you don't know no better. That's all you are. You disobedient child. You gotta get taught, right? You're ignorant, right? It's all right. We'll teach you. We'll chastise you. We'll correct you, right? Just like a good father would, right? Just like a good father would, right? You did, yeah. Did you do work in here? Yeah, you did work. But guess what? I don't remember none of it no more once you leave.
Right.
I don't know nothing about you. Your name don't even ring a bell. But understand this, I do pray that you do come back, right? But then again, it's best that you do not come back. Let's get Second Peter's real quick, right? Let's get Second Peter's real quick, right? Because sometimes it's better that you don't even look for the truth, right? It's better that you don't even know about it, right? Second Peter's 2:20.
This is the book of 2 Peter, chapter 2 and verse 20. For if they have escaped the pollutions of the world through the knowledge of the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, they are again entangled therein and overcome. The latter end is worse with them than the beginning.
Right. The latter end is worse, right? The same thing that we just read, right, in Matthew chapter 5, right? That same situation that you were trying to escape, or it's like in Luke 11, right? The same situation that you were trying to escape. Guess what? You're gonna come back with them 7 demons, greater and mightier than thee. Why? Because you're emotional. You're emotional. You have no control of your emotions, man. You're not slow to anger, right? You can't defeat any army. Therefore, you can't defeat your demons. Why? Because you're so emotional. You go run and cry and then, suck on a penis. You go run and cry and, take in some drugs. You go in and run and cry and then, go cry to that wicked woman that you want back because you want to see them kids again. Right? You're gonna cry and then you're gonna be a traitor to your own brother that was there, that didn't sleep just to help you out. Right? Keep going.
Okay. That's like it. Verse 21. For it had been better for them not to have known the way of righteousness than after they have known it to turn from the holy commandment delivered unto them.
Right. It was better for you not even come in here, man. It was better that you don't even get to, come in here, man. You don't even get to know about the amazing brothers in here, man. The amazing brothers that the Commander Johanna has raised up. Right? That these generals have raised up, man. That these captains have raised up. Better that you don't even know not one of them, man. Right? For it is better for them not to have known the way of righteousness. Right? Keep going.
Verse 22.
It's like then after they have known it, to turn from the holy commandment delivered unto them. Go ahead, Salaki.
Verse 22. But it has happened unto them according to the true proverb. The dog is turned to his own vomit again, and the soul that was washed to her wallowing in the mire.
Man, you're a traitor. That's all you are. You're a coward. You're a coward and you're a traitor to your brothers. You took the oath that we took, and you broke it. You broke it. Guess what? It's best that you don't even you don't even come back. Don't even come back. I'm gonna tell you like that. It's gonna be better for you out there than in here, right? It's gonna be better. It's better for you to stay out there than come in here. Why? Because it's gonna be a lot harder for you to gain back that trust. Gain back that trust, man. Gain back that love. Man, you don't understand, man. You don't understand how much patience we have with brothers, right? How much patience we have with our own people, right? Until they betray it. Until you betray that trust, it's it's like we can't even see eye to eye no more. Right? Now you like that dog that goes back to that vomit. You'd rather go back to that vomit than, it's like it's like you really trying to save that jewel in that swine snout. You're really trying to save that. That's what really you find value in. Your values, your priorities are all messed up. So you'll rather go and search, go look for that vomit. You'll go look for, that jewel in that swine snout. You'll rather be a traitor than to serve your own people, than to love your own brother, than to keep that oath. Right? It's better you don't keep that oath out. It's better that you don't, better that you stay away from me, right? So I don't want to see none of my brothers get hurt from what you do. I love these brothers too much, man. I don't want none of these brothers to fall because of you, because of what you doing, right? It's better that you go pollute some other, go to IUIC. IUIC will take you in immediately. IUIC will have their doors wide open for you out. Go or you can do what they call individual life. You could do that. You could go ahead and do this yourself. See how far that takes you, right? But then again, like we said, there's only one body, one truth. That's in the ISUPK under Commander Jerry Hunter. Hey, you can't go nowhere else outside of here, man. And if you were enemy of the Most High, yeah, it's like it, man. Who's gonna protect you? If you're an enemy of the Most High, who's gonna protect you? Your mama? Salakia, man. Look, man, stay off them drugs, stay off them whores, stay off them corners, man. Don't get into no trouble. Learn from the priests and prophets of the Lord, man. Understand that the Most High gave, the Most High gave authority to Commander Jerry Yohana to gather up the nations, man. And if it wasn't for Commander Jerry Yohana, man, I don't know where I would be. Right? I don't know where I would be. And thank the Most High for the leaders of the ISUPK, because man, it's like you dodge a bullet. You really dodge a bullet. It's like you were minutes from getting the from pulling the plug, and it's like you were minutes from dying, but then it's like I feel what when Captain Akar said, I feel like I crawled into that them steps. Like it's like you feel like you're crawling to come over here to the ISUPK. Like when you finally find the truth, it's like, God damn, like I've been living like I've been dying every day, literally. I feel like I've been dying every day, and out of nowhere you just find the truth, and it's like you get life, but you get that breath of life. You get this truth, you get this knowledge, and you find out how to fight them demons, man.
Right.
Yeah, you finally get that armor of the Lord, and you finally understand how to fight off these demons, man. I understand that ain't no outside, there ain't no salvation outside of this truth, man. You found out that Christ was black. God damn, you mean to tell me that Christ, a black man who they even try to persecute, is the most greatest greatest person to ever walk this earth? Even he was persecuted. Guess what? If you live like Christ, man, you do many more miracles, man. You'll do wonders. You'll change brothers' lives, man. But you can't do it outside of the school, man. You can't You can't go out and open up another church in a block where there's full of 7 different churches, man. You gonna do something. You gonna create another religion, man. You gonna create another religion, teach them about another God, and rob the people and scatter them, divide them, so there can be what? So they can be meat to all the other beasts of the field, man. Right? It's like for running off, right? And with that, I'm gonna pass the class over to Precinct Officer Parak.
The ISUPK security announcements. We're the ISUPK, started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. These are the rules for new brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They're there to be saluted only. They're here to share themselves with the world, and if they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to that brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which that brother and sister will court each other. After that 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. You can find this in Numbers 18 and 21 and Malachi chapter 3, verses 8 through 10. The word tithes means tenth in the Hebrew, ma'ashara. 10% of every penny of any increase the Most High gives you, give it to the Treasury Department or to the teacher. Priest funds, which are free will offerings for priests. They are not mandatory, but they are whatsoever amount that you would like. Upcoming holy convocations this Sunday will be having the Feast of Dedication, otherwise known as Hanukkah. All right, that'll be at 7 p.m. Also, if anybody wants to be a troop in the school, make sure you start wearing all black. That includes black boots, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. If you've not already, search ISUPK Arizona in Google. Visit our website. And if you're coming to the physical school, make sure that you are GPSing your route through Google to help boost our stats. With that, we'll close out the class. Menavizra Amajim, give the teacher a courtesy salute. Menavizra Amajim Shabbat. Amajim, Barak, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shabbat Katha.
Yahweh Shem Shabbat.
Yahweh Matah, class dismissed.